Your hometown Dodge dealer. Cache Valley Oxygen, it's your choice. Lynn's Audio and Video, the Cache Valley Audio and Video specialist. Fair Welding, beautify your home or business with ornamental ironwork. Watkins Printing, with the qualities to look for in a print shop. Sherwood Hills and Weston Inn, where you can get away without going away. And by Equity First, managing today's money for a better tomorrow by building your equity first. Well, our game of the week brings us to Mustang Arena, home of the sixth man, where it's the Mountain Crest Mustangs entertaining the Logan Grizzlies here in the south end of the valley. We're going to be right back with our pregame for you right after this.
Hey, you want thin? Get thin. The new Space Saver Thin Line by Proform. No other treadmill is like this. This thin, this sleek, this strong. So when you've reached the finish line pulls out of your way. So get thin. The new Space Saver Thin Line by Proform.
Thin line, motorized to keep you moving, cushioned to keep impact to a minimum, with motivational electronics that keep you on track. For free information or to order your Proform Space Saver Thin Line, call the number on your screen now.
Well, it's Mustang Arena, where it's a rematch between the Logan Grizzlies and the Mountain Crest Mustangs, this time at Mountain Crest instead of at Logan. Mike, I was out of town for the first match between these two teams, a very exciting game. Had an opportunity to speak with the coaches before the game. What are their feelings and comments?
Yeah, Dave, it was a very good game the first time around, and Logan come out victorious by 5, 58 to 53. And the biggest portion of that came late in the fourth quarter. With the game close, Logan hit their free throws down the stretch, which was something overall this year they've been struggling with. But they go 14 of 16 from the line in the game, which was tremendous for the Logan Grizzlies this year. And Coach Conn Smith felt like that, combined with a 31 to 12 rebound advantage over the Mountain Crest Mustangs, was the key in the game.
Well, I'm sure we'll see some of the same things keyed on here this evening. Rebounds. Both coaches have agreed that you cannot let the other team have 2 and 3 opportunities at the basket. Free throw shooting, to quote Coach Conn Smith, a missed free throw is as bad as a turnover. And of course we know Coach Nielsen's feelings about turnovers, as we've had an opportunity to speak with him several games so far this year. And he knows that for Mountain Crest to win any ball game, that they must control the ball, particularly against the patience offense that Logan likes to run. Other comments from the coaches?
Right, Coach John Nielsen really feels like he's got the team that the best 5, and Coach Conn Smith and Coach Terrell Baldwin from Skyview have told me the same thing over the year, that the Mountain Crest starting 5 may be the best starting 5 in the state, not just the region. Coach Conn Smith's a little concerned. He feels like he needs to get somebody to go man-to-man and really, again, put the pressure on Tony Brown. Tony Brown had really struggled against the Logan Grizzlies the first game, and he ended up with 21 points, but he was scoreless at halftime, and he feels like that's the big key, because he feels like Matt Hansen will get his points, and if they can control Tony Brown, who is the leading scorer in the state. Coach John Nielsen, on the other hand, feels like the big key is stopping Brandon Stevens down low.
Well, speaking of Coach John Nielsen, his comments were that he plans to use that patented inside-outside attack, which Mountain Crest is renowned for, with great perimeter play and wonderful play underneath. They're going to start out the defense man-to-man, but we may see them mix it up a little bit. And we asked him if the loss earlier was a large motivating factor for he and his team, and he said that he really felt that the team was up enough for this game, just a great intra-valley rivalry, that they didn't need to even be reminded of that other game. And of course, everyone's chasing Bear River with their one region loss. Mountain Crest 10 and 4 overall, 4 and 2 in the region, currently tied for second along with Logan and several other teams in the region. Well, we've got an exciting game coming up for you tonight, folks. We're going to come back with more pregame coverage, more statistical review right after these messages on Channel 12.
The first time I ever tried a Rocky's Pizza is when they delivered it to the KVLY production truck.
Well, here at the game of the week, they started on the 50-yard line.
But what I didn't know is they serve a lot more than great pizza. Homemade sandwiches and old-fashioned burgers. I live on the other end of the valley, but I still come here to eat because they make things the old-fashioned way, with taste.
For pizza, sandwiches, and hamburgers made the old-fashioned way, with taste. Come on out to Rocky's Pizza in Smithfield.
Hello, I'm Mark Van Wagner for Equity First. Do you realize that in America, the world's richest country, 97% of us will not be able to retire comfortably or without public assistance? There's something wrong with that picture. Equity First can take you entirely out of debt, including owning your home, usually in 5 to 10 years, without spending any more money than you're currently spending right now. You need to find out about Equity First. It saved my financial career, period.
Now at their new location at 95 West, 100 South in Century Square.
Welcome back to the high school game of the week here on Channel 12. We've got an exciting one for you. It's the Mountain Crest Mustangs taking on the Logan Grizzlies here on their home court. Both teams 4-2 in the region, currently tied for second. So a big game, Mike, and more of the coach's pregame comments and your feelings about the game.
Coach Conn Smith really feels like the key to the first victory against Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest went 1 for 11 from beyond the arc, Dave, and he feels like his perimeter defense really shut down Mountain Crest. Plus, Matt Hansen was in early foul trouble, and I think that was the big key because with Matt Hansen on the bench and their perimeter shooting not going well, it really opened the game for the Logan Grizzlies to take one from the Mountain Crest Mustangs.
And Coach Smith said, as we were speaking with him before the game, that he had thoughts of putting Stan Merrill outside on Tony Brown because Merrill is, he felt, their best perimeter defender. That shows you the importance that Conn Smith places on shutting down Tony Brown. And Downtown is one of the finest perimeter players that I think we've ever seen here on Channel 12.
Yeah, he's a very good perimeter player, and I know Coach John Nielsen feels like that's the key to their success is their outside game opens the inside game for Matt Hansen. And if they can get the outside, the perimeter shooting going early, then Matt Hansen would have a big night also. And
Coach John Nielsen said, as we spoke with him before the game, we asked him if there were key matchups or things that he felt that were key matchups, and his comments were that he really thought that everyone needed to step up and have a good game tonight. He realized that it was going to be a team win for Mountain Crest.
Well, and you can take that from both coaches because Coach John Nielsen feels like his starting five can match with any starting five in the state. As far as the Logan Grizzlies, they have a very good starting five, and both teams play very tough man-to-man defense, but the man-to-man defense is a matchup, and the matchup is that they do a lot of switching. Both teams do a very good job switching and helping on defense, and so that's the big key is who switches best on the man-to-man.
Well, we've got a packed house tonight where it's a Valley game. There's lots of folks here to enjoy it. In fact, speaking of the starting five, Mike, why don't we introduce the starting five for the Logan High School Grizzlies?
The Logan Grizzlies tonight, as the visitors, will start number 10, Matt Smith, a 5'11", 145-pound senior at one guard. The other guard, who got his first start in our last game, in the Skyview game, the sophomore, number 12, a 5'10", 155-pound sophomore, Casey Comadina, who was our player of the game last time. And then in the middle, they'll have number 21, a 6'7", 185-pound senior, Billy Whitaker.
Who had a really good game the last time we saw an opportunity to see Logan.
Yeah, and Logan really outmatches Mountain Crest a little bit down low. And rounding out down low, the low post for the Logan Grizzlies, number 50, a 6'2", 175-pound senior, Stan Merrill. And then finally, number 55, a 6'6", 235-pound senior, Brandon Stevens.
Well, the Mountain Crest Mustangs here on their home court. This is a big, exciting game for them as well. Their starting five, or number 21, Paul Thatcher at 6'2". He's a junior guard. And Paul is just an exceptional young man and a great basketball player. He has been an athlete of the week on Channel 12. Number 32, Shane Roberts at 5'10". He's a senior guard. Number 34, Tony Brown at 6'4", the junior guard, outstanding perimeter play. Number 44, Matt Hansen, the All-American at 6'6", senior center inside, along with number 52, Mark Thatcher at 6'4" and a senior forward. And in fact, I misspoke. I said that Paul had been the athlete of the week. It was actually Mark who was our athlete of the week. Very good inside perimeter play, or inside player for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Well, we're going to sneak in one more quick break for you, and we're going to be back with the tip-off of tonight's game action for you here on Channel 12.
The cars you want at the price you can afford from the people you can trust at Davis Chrysler Dodge. The award-winning 97 cars and trucks are waiting for you. At Davis Chrysler Dodge, get your new car financed at 6.9, 4.9, or an incredibly low 1.9%. Or choose up to $3,000 cash back. Test drive your new 97 Chrysler or Dodge today at Davis Chrysler Dodge, your hometown Dodge dealer.
Brico Sports Eyewear by Luxottica.
A lot of work, a lot of training.
Allison Sidor, world champion mountain biker.
I want you to see gold!
See how gentle and unassuming I am? I want you to see a blur. Brico by Luxottica.
At Baldwin Optical in the Cache Valley Mall.
Well, it's the game of the week here on Channel 12, along with Mike Plowman and the rest of the great Channel 12 crew. I'm Dave Bennett, welcoming you for some exciting basketball. On the court for the Grizzlies, number 55, Stevens, number 50, Merrill, number 21, Whitaker, 12 is Casey Comandina, and 10 is Matt Smith. For the Mountain Crest Mustangs, Thatcher wearing number 52. Also Thatcher, Paul Thatcher wearing number 21. Matt Hansen, number 44. Tony Brown, 34. And rounded out with Shane Roberts, number 32. Tip controlled by the Mustangs. They'll go to work first.
Dave, the big key here early is to get the perimeter game for Mountain Crest. Needs to get their perimeter game going early.
Matt Hansen with a nice assist from Tony Brown makes it 2-0. The Mustangs score first. 2-zip our score, 7:30 to play in the first period. Logan looking for a patient passing offense. Coach Conn Smith said he didn't care if they passed 2 or 20 times as long as they moved the ball quickly.
Yeah, they just want to get a good perimeter.
Stevens making the move to the inside, draws the foul from number 44, Matt Hansen. So Matt Hansen, in a possible repeat of the last game, Mike, drawing a foul early with less than a minute gone in the game. And Brandon Stevens will shoot 2 at the line. The USU Community Credit Union does more for you and your money with a complete line of loans, services, and that great hometown touch. And Rocky's Pizza, right on Main Street in Smithfield. They make sandwiches, burgers, and pizza the old-fashioned way. With taste. Make it Rocky's, we do. Support those 2 great sports boosters here on Channel 12. Well, Stevens makes it a 1-point ball game, 2-1, with a 50% trip to the free throw line.
And that was one key tonight, Dave, we already mentioned, was the free throw shooting. If you get at the free throw line, you got to make your free throws.
Tony Brown for 3. And it's no good. Rebound by Brandon Stevens. Both teams tending to move the ball a little quicker here. Casey Comandino with the drive and the basket makes it 3-2, favor of Logan, with 6:40 to play in the first period. Tony Brown working against Matt Smith.
Great pass inside from Tony to Matt Hansen. Brandon's going to get the foul, and that was a great pass from Tony.
That was a beautiful assist, and Matt Hansen made it even better by taking that step to the basket as soon as he got the pass, forcing the foul. And so Stan Merrill will draw that foul for the Logan Grizzlies. 1 team foul for each team.
Brandon overplayed a little on that play, and then Matt got the low lob down in the low post. Stan Merrill had to come over on help defense and gets the foul.
Lynn's Audio and Video is the Cache Valley audio and video specialist with the most exciting feature of your home entertainment being surround sound. No one knows surround sound like Lynn's Audio and Video. They've got it at a style and price that matches you and your budget. It's Lynn's Audio and Video, the Cache Valley audio and video specialist, open 10 to 7, Monday through Saturday at 1655 North Main. Well, it's 4-3 our score with just a touch over 6 minutes. First turnover of the game as Thatcher comes up with a steal and takes it coast to coast for the basket. And you see why turnovers hurt so much, Mike, because they can be turned instantly into points on the quick feed of Mark Thatcher.
Yeah, Yeah, good defensive play there and effort by Mark Thatcher, and takes it all the way.
Billy Whitaker in trouble underneath, able to control the ball and make the basket. It's 6-5, favor the Mustangs. Very vocal student body on both sides, packed gymnasium. You'll hear a lot of crowd excitement tonight. Tony Brown for 3. And another rebound for Brandon Stevens. Tony so far is 0 of 2 from beyond the stripe.
And that's one thing I know is a concern for the Mount Crest Mustangs, is they need to get Tony in it early.
Stan Merrill with a nice drive to the basket gives the Grizzlies the lead again, 7-6 with 5:10 to play in the first period. And a miscommunication, and Brandon Stevens comes up with the turnover. First one for Mountain Crest. Foul on the play. Let's see if they give him the basket. No. So credit that for a turnover against the Logan Grizzlies. 2 turnovers now for the Grizzlies, 1 for the Mustangs. With just under 5 minutes to play, it's the Grizzlies 7, the Mustangs 6. And Matt Smith with the steal as they tried to go inside to Tony Brown. Nice give and go to Stan Merrill. And it's 9-6.
So Logan doing a good job again defensively here, Dave, and then taking the ball down court and getting it in there quickly.
Matt Hansen with a beautiful move inside, gets the basket, makes it 9-8. The Grizzlies still up by 1 with 4:20 to play in the first period. Appreciate you tuning in for the Game of the Week on Channel 12.
And the Grizzlies again, Dave, running that very patient offense that they do, and Mount Crest trying to extend it out and force a turnover.
Grizzlies working the perimeter.
Great pass to Stevens from Merrill.
So Logan moving the ball very well, and goes up by 3, 11-8, 3:49 to play in the ball game, and a turnover as they call a travel. So that's the 3rd turnover for the Mountain Crest Mustangs, 2 for the Logan Grizzlies. Your score 11-8 with 3:40 to play in the first period. Casey Comandino working against Shane Roberts. Casey looks at the 3.
Casey gets good open looks from that, with Brandon dishing it back out because Brandon's getting double teamed down low as the ball goes in the paint. Casey will pop that when he gets it.
Stan Merrill strong to the hoop, but it won't go. Whitaker loses the rebound, but Logan comes back up with it. And he'll go back to work out on top with Matt Smith. Logan's taken nearly a minute off the clock with this possession. Brandon Stevens with a nice strip by Thatcher. Tony Brown, and they finish it off with Paul Thatcher getting his first basket of the ball game, and it's 11-10, a 1-point ball game. The Mustangs trail by 1 with 2:45 to play in the first period. So another turnover by Logan gives each team 3 turnovers.
The Grizzlies him to that, and the Thatcher out there top, Paul Thatcher that is, and extending that defense out.
Casey Comandino's errant 3-pointer rebounded by Tony Brown, who quarterbacks it down the field, down the court. Saw the pass, it reminded me of football.
Yeah, and Mount Crest doing a good job working the ball inside.
Thatcher fouled inside by Billy Whitaker, number 21. As Billy Whitaker draws his first foul, the second team foul for the Logan Grizzlies. Here we bring the game into focus with the help of Baldwin Optical, and you'll see Whitaker get Thatcher's arm right there on the far side.
It was a great pass from Tony Brown to Mark Thatcher, down low. He had broke open on the low post on the baseline, and Whitaker had to go over and try and stop the shot.
The General Nutrition Center offers you nutritional supplements for the health conscious and the athlete in your family. Stop by GNC on the corner of 14th North and 200 East, where their knowledgeable staff will tailor their great products to your individual needs. Whether it's herbs, vitamins, natural products, or sports nutrition, it's General Nutrition Center. Well, not quite sure who it went off of. Matt Hansen points at Casey Comandina. Casey points at Matt. Mountain Crest gets the ball back. So with 2:14 to play in the ball game, it's 11-10 as both free throws were missed.
And that's one area of concern for both coaches again, Dave, and you got to make your free throws throughout the game, and it's going to be even bigger as the game goes on.
Substitution in now for Mountain Crest is Travis Baldwin, number 15, is on the court for the Mustangs. Baldwin is a 6'10" or a sophomore guard. Missed 3 again by the Mustangs. Substitution for the Grizzlies as well, as you got number 23, Paul Smart, on the court. Nice defense by Matt Hansen as he knocks the ball away for the turnover. And then finishes it up on the other end with a strong move to the basket. And gives the Mustangs the lead, 12-11, with 1:30 to play in the first period.
And a great pass from Travis Baldwin, looking down court, getting the ball to Matt Hansen, and he dunks it going in.
This is our first look at Travis Baldwin this year. We haven't seen him in a previous game of the week. And he came up with a good pass there. Matt Smith to Casey Comandina. Or pardon me, Paul Smart. Brandon Stevens to the basket. And he gets the basket and the chance to make it a three-point play the old-fashioned way. I think the foul's going to go against number 15, Travis Baldwin, his first of the game. Second team foul for the Mustangs.
And that was a great move by Brandon Stevens. He gets the ball up at foul line extended and sees he can get a step on his defender and takes it into the hole.
Sherwood Hills and Weston Inn invite you to get away without going away. You know, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Think how nice it would be to take that special one in your life for a relaxing, romantic break for the two of you. It's the clean, comfortable Best Western, Weston Inn and Sherwood Hills. 14-12 our score now after the basket and three-point play. Just under a minute to play. The Grizzlies have a 2-point lead.
Grizzlies extending their defense a little here, Dave, and picking them up at half court and trying to force a big turnover here.
Paul Thatcher comes back into the ball game, and coming up with the steal almost, Casey Ashcroft, number 5, who's in the game for the Grizzlies, the hustling senior at 5'5", the shortest man on the court.
And he just about took that ball right away from Tony Brown, but they get the ball back.
On a nice block from behind by Paul Smart, but then they're going to foul Thatcher, and it's going to be Smart called with the foul. Number 23, Paul Smart, draws his first foul for the Grizzlies. That's 3 team fouls. It's 14-12, our score, with 26 seconds to play in the first period. On the court now for the Mustangs is number 41. That's Travis Cox, 6'2", sophomore guard. And another substitution. Now coming into the game is number 55, Chris Howell, 6'5", junior forward. So the only starter still on the court for Mountain Crest is Matt Hansen. What's that, Mike?
I was going to say Mountain Crest could get the ball in bounds. Great defense there by the Grizzlies on the inbounds play.
Down to 15 seconds. Tony Brown will take it. And knocking the ball nicely away from Matt Hansen was number 21, Billy Whitaker. Knocking the ball out of bounds, 10 seconds on the clock in the first period. 14-12 our score. The Grizzlies with the 2-point lead. Roberts takes a 3. Paul Smart with the rebound. Logan needs to hustle. It's down to 4. 3. And they don't get the shot away, and your score at the end of the first period of play is 14-12, favor of the Grizzlies. Play, it's the Mustangs 12.